1979 Topps Bob Horner, founder of the $3 Club. If you thought that rookie cards doing outrageous things was a modern phenomenon, let me introduce you to the 1979 Topps Bob Horner rookie. I know, right? It doesn't look like much now. And you may not even really remember Horner. Heck, depending on your age and the team you loved and your perspective, maybe you don't even remember him at all. That's fair. But let me tell you, in the early 1980s, before the first real hobby boom, and when 30 home runs in a season meant something, Bob Horner was the bomb. And here was a guy the Atlanta Braves took in the first overall pick in the June 1978 Major League Baseball draft, and they brought him right to the big league squad, no minors at all. All Horner did in 1989 that summer was smack 23 home runs, drive in 63, and win the National League Rookie of the Year award. He amped up the Dinger total to 33 and 35 over the next two seasons and entered the 1981 campaign with 91 home runs and just 23 years to his name. Yowza! By the time I found baseball for good in 1983, Horner was coming off his third 30-homer season as part of the division-winning 1982 Braves team, and he was still just 25 years old. Even so, his rookie card hailed from the ancient Topps Monopoly years, and from a specific year that featured little in the way of rookie card firepower. Yes, I know, Ozzy, but back in those days, the Wizard was a one-dimensional dude whose fireworks at short did little to excite collectors in the face of his anemic batting line. And second-year cards didn't matter much, so Paul Molitor was out of luck. But Bob Horner? Yeah, he stood out. In the batter's box, and in the price guides, where his vintage rookie card jumped off the page and slapped you in the face with its gaudy value of $3. It was the first $3 card I remember seeing in person in the grubby mitts of one of my classmates, and it was the newest card to cross the barrier at the time by far, even though, it was ancient. Of course you know now, if you care to remember, that Horner's trajectory sort of wilted, then crashed, from about that very point when I entered the hobby. His thick body started to break down in that summer of 1983, and then even more in 1984. And though he rebounded with 27 homers in each of 85 and 86, Horner no longer carried the magical glow around him as he headed into his late 20s. Well, except for that one big day when he tagged 4 in a single game. Then he was headed into free agency after the 1986 season, and he found no takers, thanks to collusion. Horner took his talents to Japan for a year before signing a major league deal with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1988. Alas, his body let him down again, and his left shoulder injury ended his season after 60 games. A brief dalliance with the woeful and about to improve Baltimore Orioles in the spring of 1989 led to no major league appearances and then an abrupt retirement. Bob Horner, the Wonder Kid, who spent his early 80s on a beeline to Cooperstown, and whose rookie card helped grease the skids for Don Mattingly and all the pyrotechnics to come, was done at age 30. Today, that 1979 Topps Horner rookie card checks in around the same price point as during its heyday, $3, in PSA 7 condition. It's not all that easy to find one in really top shape, though, and a copy of PSA 8 will set you back $10 or more, while the most recent PSA 9 specimen brought more than $100. Those are just numbers, though, a trifling matter when you're talking about history. Because though Horner will never appear in one of those ghostly bronze plaques that seemed his destiny, his rookie card long ago cemented its place in the Hobby Hall of Fame. You'll find it right over there in the cardboard Pioneer wing, nestled between Mark Friedrich and 1986 Sportflix, just on the other aisle from the 1983 Topps Michigan wrappers. They're all waiting, anytime you need a shot of hobby nostalgia.